Okay guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Travel with Flex. So today guys, I'll be discussing basically on documents that are required to gain admission into Luxembourg. So I know most people, like, if you are able to actually afford, let me say, Canada, UK, because this is one of the schools or countries that you have to pay high tuition. There are some schools even in UK that you pay up to 20, 30,000. And also that also applies to US also. And apparently even in US we have a lot of schools that even do more scholarship. Even in the whole world, most of the countries, like, there's no country that gives scholarship like US, but despite that they still have high tuition, so we can't dispute that fact. So if you can afford those schools, and like Canada you can afford this one, then definitely you can also afford Luxembourg. So I'll do two different videos in respect to this Luxembourg. List schools, because Luxembourg they actually speak four languages there. They have their own main language, which is Luxembourgish, or how they pronounce it, yeah, something like that. Then they also speak German, French, then English. So most of their schools that are there, most of them are German and some French. So you can only find just few of the schools that actually teach in English, and most of those schools are not just these are schools that they have to bring in more staffs from different country, and that's a lot of expenses. So you should know that you're going to pay a lot, because you don't expect maybe some of their or most of their citizens there to actually take most of those courses, because it's not all of them that will teach in English. So most of them are from different countries. So and most of these institutions are also, some are private, and some are just, they're not federal. In short, they're not federal. So you should just know that. And any of them that is federal, the only one that is quite cheap is University of Luxembourg. So, but apart from that, the rest are also high. But let's keep that aside. We're talking about basically the document that are needed both for bachelors and masters. So in another video, I will list the schools. I will list the schools. So uh please guys, I really appreciate you guys for subscribing to my YouTube channel. The rate of subscriber has been massive. I really want to appreciate you guys. Please, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please subscribe, turn on the notification bell, so any video I upload you'll be the first person to see it. So let's get straight to it. The first document you need is your high school certificate. Whether you're applying for masters, you're applying for bachelors, any program you're applying for, it's a must. So if it's your WAEC or it's a NECO, you must have it, you must submit it. It's a necessity. And also note this: for Luxembourg you have to legalize your documents. Most of the European countries right now are legalizing their documents, and due to the fact that they don't really trust us, you should let me use that word. Yeah, they don't trust us, because seriously, fun fact is that there are a lot of people that use crooked, they kind of, well, maybe they don't meet up to standard. They just do one or two stuff to the document, just to look acceptable, which is quite, it's uncomfortable. So it doesn't make any sense. So apparently we have to legalize a document. So you have to legalize your document. And I've spoken about like legalization of documents, some of my videos in respect to Austria. So all of them are still the same thing. You still have to follow the same procedure, which you have to go to Ministry of Education, Foreign Affairs, like that. But I'm not actually talking on that. I'll do another video in respect to legalization as a whole. So, but these documents I'll be listing, some of them have to be legalized. They have to be legalized. Even though you get admission, there are schools that will give you admission without a legalized document, but the country as a body, let's say the embassy as a body on its own now, apart from the school now, before you can have access to their country, you have their visa, your documents must be legalized as a student. So now it's a necessity. So even though you have admission, you can't go into the country because your documents are not legalized. So it has to be legalized. So as I said earlier on, the first document you need is your WAEC, post for masters and BSc. The second document you need, if you are going for masters, then you need your bachelor's certificate. You need your certificate. Note, it has to be legalized, so you shouldn't make that mistake. And there are some schools that will actually request for the legalized document. So note this. Then your language proficiency. So now most of these English schools, those schools that teaches in English, they request for language proficiency. In first place, Nigeria is a third world country, so you should know that. Yeah, So English proficiency is needed. Despite that most of our schools actually taught in English, but they still need English proficiency. So you just have to write IELTS and other, you know, stuffs like that. And if you want to study in their Germans or is it Luxembourgish and French or anyone, we just have one of those proficiency because that's the four language that is being spoken in that country. That's the four language. So you must just have one of those proficiency to gain admission. And some might not, really put much, stuff or maybe attention into that proficiency. But as long as English, just know it's a necessity. And once you go to most of those schools websites and you check the courses, you see the document that are necessity that is a must. So if you don't have it, just zero your mind from those courses because you can't compete it with those that already have the document. So that's just it. So either you have German, French, Luxembourgish, and English proficiency. You are good to go. Now the first document is international passport. Nowhere you won't go, you just need international passport. That's just the thing. Except you want job come up for the country or disappear. So apparently you need that international passport. Now you must get that. And if you get that international passport, make sure that it's still valid. You know, if the one we say now 2 days to expire, you won't want to use because some people can be funny. That is just a fact. It might sound so funny that when I said 1 or 2 days to expire, I've encountered somebody like that before. So make sure at least 6 7 months. So by the time you're doing those process, you can still apply for renewal. And if it's 2 3 years, you're still good to go. So international passport is a necessity. Then birth certificate. Now for the birth certificate, I used to advise people. You see all those certificates they give you for your hospital. So when they give birth to me, like certificate way they give me, just see zero your mind from that one. Though there are some hospitals that will give you the one from NPC, the National Population Commission. There are some like that, but don't rely on that because currently, if you want attestation, as long as you are above 18, you are eligible to collect attestation. Now, attestation they will give you, not that one with that small paper with one kind of is it green or yeah green color something like that. You won't be given that one. So you should note that. So that's attestation you need, and to get that attestation, you have to go do declaration of this thing age in the court, then use that document to go get from National Population Commission. So just note that one a must. So no lose, make no lose guard for that. For police character certificate. Now, in respect to police character certificate, a lot of European countries sef, in short, lots of European countries go request for police character certificate because they go normally the fact they are requesting for police character certificate say that they use one eye dey look us with say we criminal be that if they do one or two, shey you understand? And apparently dem no be say dem too lie sha because there are a lot of people that can just be so crazy. You go like angel when you reach there you tell the demon inside of you come out. So police character certificate is needed na must. So you have to provide that and you have to legalize it also. So just know that. So check their embassy's website and see the requirements. Although I'll still do different videos in respect to all these things I'm talking about when it comes to the legalization and other stuff. But this video is different. A document so if you use apply now they talk about now. So this is that document I'm talking about. So I don't want to go much into those ones. So if you want to see the other videos that I'll be dropping in respect to those other stuff topics, so you have to subscribe so that you get this and watch those videos. Because I will break them down and how to go about all of these stuffs. And anyway, you can actually do those stuff. If you can do it yourself or you're very far, then I can help you out to do it based on we come to agreement. Here, I understand. We'll come to agreement because there are people that imagine somebody coming from south is coming to north just because you want to do this stuff and transport and risk and all those stuffs. So there's two ways we can do it. DHL it, you use DHL at least that one is still insured. So your documents is still safe and you can run your document stuff, your like authentication and stuff like that. You're good to go. So police character certificates is needed. Then SOP, statement of purpose. Because wey you wan go study, wetin be the purpose, wetin after you finish with the school, wetin you go gain, stand to gain, wetin go work, all those stuffs you have to explain and make sure say na very strong one. No be the one you come just go dey write and no go use AI write am o. You use AI write am. There are people that they've denied admission just because of using AI. It can be detected, so no go dull yourself or lose guard. There are people that you can pay for it. Pay them, they will write it for you. Pay them how much? If na 10k they collect or 5k or 6k. it's worth it. So pay them, let them write it for you, standard one. So no go use AI or go write rubbish in short, even though you no use AI. So they fit deny you because of only that one. Then 2 years experience, 2 years work experience. Now that 2 years work experience just applies to only master students. Nothing concern bachelors. Wetin na why you get when you go do it. So when a master student, so master student at least your NYC is also an experience. Yeah. So 2 years experience is needed. Just know that CV is a necessity na must, and note that most of these European countries have format of their CV. So look the format of their CV before you go ahead o. No just go write one kind CV do you just go one cafe say ogbon help me write cafe help me write CV, then just write one thing for you give you say na CV. Tor e dey reduce your chances o. Then reference fit be from your HOD, from your teacher, from anybody, your pastor, your anybody, na babalawo, anyone you wan put, just make sure you get a very good one from them. Then most of this stuff goes to masters in short sef. Yeah, because most of these standard stuff you have to write put in place actually goes most masters applicants. You have to write GMAT, that one is a necessity sef. Na must, especially imagine say you dey go for tech or all these engineering courses, GMAT you must just write am, na sure thing. Just like English proficiency, you must just write down. So get down for mind to register and then write down. So basically these are the documents. They are all 11 documents in total. So these are the documents you need to apply for Luxembourg. These are the documents you need. So once you have these documents, currently the application is on. So you have to go to the website of universities, go to their website, check other things that you need to know. Maybe things I didn't mention, but apparently I know I've covered most of the things that I need to mention, things that are needed. So go fetch more information from there. And if you have any question or you need help, just hit me on the comment section, then I'll get back to you at the reply ASAP. So I got you guys. So please guys, don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, turn on the notification bell. So you can also check out my other videos on how to screen different other European countries. Check my videos, then you can answer your question.